I'm just going to read something that I wrote because it's everything that I wanted to express. Having a sort of imaginary conversation, as I do pretty regularly with myself or anyone I imagine listening, just describing how fun can be had, how I approach having fun with what is. Even when what is maybe not what you think you would choose. If you have some ways that you would change what is, you can still have fun with it. And actually, that's really all that matters, because the ways that you would change what is are conditions that you think need to be met in order for you to have fun. Why else would you change it? You want to change what is because you think you can't have fun with it right now. And so you want these changes to happen so that you can feel more fun. You can feel more joy and love and peace and excitement and satisfaction in this moment. But you can choose to find fun, to discover. You can aim to discover fun in what is. And then you're getting what you want anyway, really. And other amazing things are happening, but I'm just going to read this. So I approach everything aiming to discover fun in it, in the experience of it. This is how I approach working. Now, obviously, I do also want the money, which I'm not crazy about. This weird abstraction that's been erected between me and the gifts of the world that are always and already perfect, abundant, and free, and are not actually even separate from me. But even with that, I can play. I don't have to take it seriously. It is what it is. Anyway, I may not be crazy about it, but it's where we are. It is a part of reality right now. And many people would say, well, you should be upset, or the system will never change. You should do something about it. And if you're not upset, you won't do something about it, which is what you should do. But here is what I see. This whole money thing, work for a living, the economy, society, as it is right now, all of this was caused, created, put in place, made up by people who wanted to change something. People who thought that they could do it better. They wanted right now to be different. They thought they could fix it, improve it, progress, essentially do it better than what was already here. So they installed systems, they made changes. But we don't need to fix a system, and we don't need a new system. All of those systems just cover up the perfection of reality, of nature, of life, of us, that is already and always here. And all of those systems take a lot of effort to keep up. They are still all ultimately abstractions, they're ideas. They aren't real. They are games and stories that we have made up. So I'll just play the game that's in front of me. Not seriously, but for fun. Because it's what's here. And I'm gonna have a good time with whatever is here. That is my choice. That is where my power lies. I will get creative in my fun. I am playing for fun and not to win, because that really isn't fun, and it's really not real anyway. I can just relax, chill out in all of this, knowing it's a game, knowing that nature never stopped working perfectly. So there's a little wink happening between me and nature as I tie my tie and I head off to work, as I engage in capitalism and economy and society. I'm playing, but for fun. It's almost like being a spy. It's practically subterfuge. I'm disrupting the system by playing the game for fun and pleasure. My purposeless joy is a revolution. My frivolity injected into a self-important system. My playing the serious role tongue-in-cheek. That's what restores natural order to the moment, right now. It restores it to the very moment, and the more moments that we claim in the name of meaningless joy, the more moments claimed for fun, regardless of the content that is filling them, the more moments claimed for the pleasurable play of them, the more natural order restores, permeates, infuses, and lightens the decay of the demanding. It inoculates against the seriousness of dis-ease, so that even in its presence, we are untouched in our nonsensical joviality. The deliberate discovery of fun in all experience builds an immunity to seriousness, which is the cause of all disease. Just let systems collapse in their own time. They can't be maintained unless we keep rebuilding them. They only keep renewing because we keep rebuilding them, saying it's going to be better this time. But we're only ever going to be covering up and distracting from the perfection that is already and always here. And it's still here. That's the other great news. It hasn't gone anywhere. Because this is not a system, because this is not some imaginary thing built upon. This is the reality. The perfection of nature is still right here. You don't have to go anywhere or do anything. You don't even have to dismantle the systems. Even with the systems on top, nature is still here, naturing perfectly in a way that can't be improved or diminished. The perfect system is no system. And it's always right here, underneath everything else, all of the structure that we've placed on top of it. And it's always playing. Whatever game or role or story that we invent and overlay on reality, nature, which we are, is playing. With a grin, with a glimmer of mischief in its eye, because it's playing for fun. So here is the question I've heard asked, how good can it get, that we're guided to say to the universe, say to yourself, say whatever, say how good can it get? Me personally, that question just doesn't vibe with me. But one that does is, how fun can it get? I can ask myself that question in any moment. How much fun can we have with this? How fun can it get? And that to me opens a door of curiosity. I start to get creative with my fun having. And I recognize that this is the choice that I always have. Do I want to have a hard time with what is, or do I want to have a fun time with what is? Because what is what is. By the time it's what is, it's here. It's done. It's happening. There's no arguing with what is. I can try, and I can have a hard time with it because of that, because I am resisting what already is, or I am judging it. I am taking a position against reality. Yeah, if I align myself against reality, the what is moment, then I'm gonna have a hard time. It's gonna feel not great. But I could just not take a position. See, that's the thing. I don't have to say that I like it. I also don't have to say that I dislike it. It can just be. I can just be telling the purest truth, which is, it is happening, right? What is happening. My opinion of it really doesn't matter. What I can do, however, is choose to have fun with it. And that's actual acceptance. That's actual allowance. That's actual love. Love doesn't have an opinion. Love doesn't care. Love is saying, okay, here's what we got to play with. These are the toys that have found their way to me in this moment. Let's have some fun. Let's get creative with it. How can I find some fun here? Let me stir up. Let me discover. Let me infuse fun into this moment. It's not for the world to bring you fun. It's for you to bring fun into the world. But I promise you, the world wants to play. It does. And when you show it fun, you do have some influence over incoming happenings. So something is always happening, and what is, by the time it's here and it is what is, it cannot be changed. But here's the other thing, what is always changing. So you really don't need to change it. It doesn't mean anything, and it's always changing. It's totally impermanent. You don't control the changing just happens, the same way a river flows. You don't make a river flow, but it flows, and actually you're not going to stop it from flowing. Not for very long, at least. Not without a lot of effort that you eventually have to give up. But it flows, and it finds its way around things, too. You can be an obstacle, it will flow around anyway. It's never serious, what is, and it's never permanent. So when you choose to have fun with what is right now, because what the hell else are you really going to do anyway? Then really you've made the only choice that actually matters, which is the choice that orients you in a way that feels good within this moment. But you are also influencing, because of the way you are interacting with what is, you are influencing incoming what is to now interact with you in a new way. Because you have showed it friendliness and joy, and you've invited it to play by playing with it. Because you have to make the first move. But now that you are showing fun to what is wants to have fun with you. And it will bring things that are fun for you to play with. It will play with you. You will continue to have a variety of experiences. There will still be challenges. There will still be all kinds of things flowing down this river. But the way that the river now of what is flowing towards you is interacting with you, every next interaction is in some capacity influenced by your choice to be oppositional and defiant to what is, or to just say, it is, let's have fun. Hey, here you are, let's play. I am bringing the play, I am bringing the fun. Whatever it is that you are bringing me, I am going to play with and have fun. And that's actual appreciation. That's actual love. And that, again, is where your power always lies. So even though there is an influence in your choice to have fun with what is tends to bring more fun so that it can play with you, your power always lies in your choosing to find fun with what is right now, regardless of what is. Because then you see it really doesn't matter. All that matters is your choice to have a good time with it. And it is always your choice, and you can always make that choice. Because what is, the happening, is constantly changing, and every fresh happening, which is continuous, you have the choice to see that it is, and to have fun with it, to just choose to have fun and play with what is. And even when you make a choice to resist it, that's okay. That's okay. Again, nothing is permanent. You will probably get tired of resisting because it's resistance, and this stream is never ending. And even the mightiest boulder is worn down over time. And then you can just let yourself be unstuck and float along You can always make the choice to see that what is happening, and you get to have fun with it. But you got to bring the fun. You are the fun. You are the joy. You are the levity that is infusing into the moment, into what is. You are getting creative. You are discovering fun in the experience. And the more that you do this, the more you do build this sort of momentum, this muscle, whatever. Just it's a practice, and it gets easier. And it gets easier and easier even in challenging moments where seriousness is trying to descend and, take over. Even there, your practice of having fun with what is helps you build an immunity to the infection of seriousness. And then disease, dis-ease in every form, cannot set in. This is still a form, and it is still impermanent. But the more fun that you have in it and with it every moment that you are bringing it through, the lighter this form feels, the more it is infused with the energy of you, which is light, as in literally it's levity, and it's joy, and it's love, and it's just fucking fun. You are fun. Truly. See what happens. Experiment. Please, this is an experimental practice, as all is. What happens? How do you feel? What is your experience when you choose to have fun? When you choose not to take a position on what is, you choose non-belief. You're not creating a story about it. You're not tethering to a belief about it. You're not taking a stance or a stand on it. You're just seeing this is. What's the one choice I have ever? Is to have fun. What do I want anyways? To have fun. I'm going to choose to have fun. I'm going to discover fun within what is. And then it's just that choice. And it never gets old. Because fun is always more and more fun. That's it. I love you. Take it easy.